We are going to say our blessings and count the day together. But first, I'm very excited to be here with my mom, the one and only Robin Plotnick. Thank you for being here. Also, a member of TBT's Green Team. So let's join together in the blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kichanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer. Blessed are you, Adonai, ruler of the universe, who sanctifies us with mitzvot and commands us in the counting of the Omer. And we announce the day of the Omer. Hayom echad asar yom shehem shavua echad va'arba yamim la'omer, which means that today is the 11th day, which corresponds to 1 week and 4 days of the Omer. So we're still on the theme of bal tashchi, of avoiding waste. And tonight we're going to talk about food waste, because food waste is such a big issue in our country on many different levels. So one way that we have a larger systemic problem with food waste is that our grocery stores end up throwing out so much food, and farms throw out so much food because stuff is off spec. There are best by dates that for things that maybe are either aren't perishable, or they're could last a lot longer, but if it gets to that date, grocery stores just dump them all. And so I want to recommend, if you haven't seen it, to learn more about this issue, there's a fabulous documentary called Just Eat It, and it is currently free on YouTube. So I highly recommend that you watch Just Eat It to learn about the issue of food waste, specifically all the food waste that happens on a large scale level with grocery stores. But I know that we also, many people, myself included, have probably at times perhaps overbought or bought things thinking, oh, I'll find something to do with this. And then lo and behold, a week later or whatever, it was in the back of your fridge and has gone bad, and you end up throwing it away. So, Mom, you want to share a little bit about that?
So definitely just eat it. Just this last week, I opened my fridge and smelled some celery that just smelled like it had been there a little too long. And so I opened the vegetable bin and saw the brown leafy part and just thought, I got to take care of this right now. So I cut those off and I cleaned that celery, and then I took everything else out of the bin and saw I had a zucchini that was going to last maybe another day or so. I had a stalk of broccoli. I had some carrots and an onion and pepper. And I just thought, I'm going to cut this up and make a stir fry right now, even if I don't want to eat it right now. I took 5 minutes to get it ready, get it on the stove, and then tuck it away in the fridge to warm up when I did want it. So, and as for that celery, I should have been better, because I usually cut those tops off and I stick them in the freezer. So when I'm going to make chicken soup or a stew or something, even just those celery tops being in the freezer can go in. So the freezer is definitely your friend. And one of the other things I've learned recently is when you get your produce, you can slice it up, slice some onions, slice some peppers, package it in the reusable containers and put it in your freezer. And then it's ready when you're cooking, and you don't have to buy all of those prepackaged vegetables for stir fry or whatever. Make your own. You can do that. So I highly recommend that. And I do have a lot of very delicious local produce, and that's another way to save on all of those transportation costs and bringing things to the grocery stores. And so I have belonged to a CSA, a community supported agriculture farm, for over 20 years. We belong to 2 different ones. And one of the favorite ones that I have that I recommend is called the Root Connection, which is on the Redmond Woodinville Road. And you subscribe to a share there. And what's wonderful is not only do you get your produce every week. Whatever they harvest, you get some of that produce. So you're really living by the season too. And they grow herbs and they grow flowers. And so you can cut a bouquet of flowers for yourself every week. You can cut fresh herbs. They have tons of basil, so you can make pesto. So if you're close by there, they are wonderful. That's a great option. We don't live as close now, so we subscribe to Full Circle Farm, which also delivers on a schedule, whatever you pick, fruit and vegetables. And they offer local goods that you can add to your order, so you can support some of the local vendors too. So I highly recommend all of those. Give them a try. And like I said, remember, the freezer is your friend.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, Lila Tove, everybody.